got a nice news article here. We weren't planning to do too many of them today, but this one is very good, and I think a couple of you guys would have something to say. The rate of Japanese high school boys having had their first kiss has hit a record low since the survey first started in 1974.
Abstinence! Finally.
Oh no.
Yay!
These are MGTOW boys, men going their own way, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So that's why they're doing it.
Yep. The survey, it polls over 12,000 Japanese students, high school age, so 15 to 18, and it found that only 22% of boys by high school have had their first kiss.
And those guys are lying too. They're lying.
And they're not even accounting for people that are lying.
Yeah.
Poor guys.
So it's probably lower.
You know, they said Japan's and Korea's gonna be like, Japanese and Korea's gonna be like extinct in like 40 years.
Yeah,
It's gonna be 40 years?
Something like that. No more.
Dang.
Yep.
What do you think is the reason that these guys are not having their first kiss?
Beta. No, I'm so kidding. I'm playing. That was crazy. That was crazy.
You know, it's just because like technology. They're like, I could just go watch something jerk off.
Yeah.
I don't really need.
Yeah, that's what you said, right? Like that's what's causing like the weird social change is that they're.
Well, I don't know, cause like, I think there's a lot of guys that are out there. So what I think is happening is there's like a lot of guys that are actually out there dating. They're the ones that are getting even more action.
Yeah.
But then there's also in general women and men out there that are not just opting out of dating in like at all. Like they don't even want to date each other. So it's not just guys not being able to get it. It's like girls also not participating.
I do feel like it's like the whole society's values changing.
Yeah.
Whereas before it's like, oh, like I want to find like my ideal partner, settle down, have kids and a family. I feel like now it's like, I just want to game with my friends and then jack off on the side.
Yeah, because if it's high school age, I mean, what reason do you have to not? It's not like you're not kissing girls because you're thinking of like the future. You know, it's just not happening for them, right?
Yeah.
22%.
Well, they're not developing the social skills, I think.
Yeah, for girls, they're at 27% of them have had their first kiss. So it's almost the same. 1 in 5.
I wonder what it was before. Yeah.
80. I don't know.
95%. I know the older, like the reason why the older generation's not getting married and having kids and all that. Not older as in like mid-20s, you know, whatever. They don't wanna, you know, do the work. Like they don't wanna like, they like their freedom. They like just working and then like, yeah, they don't, you know, out there too, the gender roles are still the way that it is. So the women are like, man, I gotta work and then have kids and then take care of the whole entire house, and then like the guy just has to work. Like that's not fair.
Interesting is that they're not even thinking of that yet.
Yeah,
they're just
and
kids.
that's right. At
so
high
like,
school,
what's
that's
getting
crazy.
kids to not have a first kiss?
But it probably is that comfortability of like, yeah, I'm just gonna play video games.
Are they just more dorky?
They probably just sucked into this,
Maybe,
honestly.
yeah.
You're sucked into this. You're not being social.
The phones are too good.
Because a lot of the kids, like, because all the kids, like, I think
A lot
starting,
of girls on the phone.
Yeah.
because when you're starting at first grade, you know how you're like playing with all your friends? So you start building all those social interaction, different dynamics. Like there's a bully, or there's a girl down the street that you like, and there's like all these things you're just learning. But if you're part of the generation where you're glued to your phone or your iPad, you kind of miss out on all of that development. And then when it is time to start, like the hormones kick in because of puberty. Now you're like, fuck, I don't even have the right tools to even know how to talk to a person.
Especially if all their like, it seems like nowadays with the younger crowd, a lot of their community is online anyway.
So they're getting their first kiss online.
If they don't have,
Yeah.
I bet you an emoji just hit them on the text.
Yeah, my Roblox character is already fucked.
That's what they need to survey.
Cindy.
Yeah. Someday your son's gonna say that to you.
how many
I know,
kisses
but
you got?
I guarantee you.
What age was your first kiss?
Dude, I was like a fucking junior in high school.
So that's like 16.
Yeah, I think so.
But that's kind of normal. That's high school, right? You're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But they were, dude, everyone I knew got it before high school. And I was like, yeah, dude, I totally had my fucking first kiss.
You're still like, you know, better than that. That's still an improvement.
I barely made the cut, though.
What about
One
you?
more
Bart?
year, I would have been out.
What age was your first kiss?
My first kiss? I think freshman in high school.
See?
Okay, yeah.
He's trying to
Me
top
too,
me.
yeah, 14.
14.
Yeah.
14 for me, yeah. 14.
Okay, 8.
I was 8 and she was 25.
She was a supermodel.
Giselle, you heard
guys
of her?
know Giselle Bundchen?
I wish, but it was like 5th grade, whatever age that is.
10?
Oh shit.
It was truth or dare.
Yeah, really, that's very close.
5th grade.
Was it on the lips or on the cheek or?
Lips, yeah.
Wow, dude, she's probably still thinking about it.
Yeah. He's the one that got away.
What about you, Joe?
Like the French kiss stuff was junior high.
Wow.
Junior high?
Yeah, we're at the movies.
And you already did the passionate one from like romance films?
You're throwing tongue in there?
My god, bro. Advanced. Okay.
Very advanced.
Very not Japanese of you.
Yeah. Joe was a sinner.
Kids
That
these
used
days
to
are
be-
banging at that age.
But that was I think that was real, like that was Japanese people. That was a stereotype.
That Japanese people kiss.
No, you're just a bunch of fucking little pervs running around, and then everyone's always touching
Yeah.
and kissing. Like that is the stereotype.
was that
They
the-
used to be.
I
Yeah.
thought the pervs were the old men though.
I don't know. I didn't know that this, but now it's like they're not getting any action.
Yeah, it's kind of strange.
Because for me, I was like, when I was growing up, everyone was like kissing and touching like early, and that was just normal.
But are you talking about
Like all my friends that grew up in Japan, they develop way quicker.
Yeah.
Like, and then we have some mutual friends
Right.
that
They
they grew up in Japan. They came here during high school, and then they told me the stories out there. I was like,
I heard.
oh,
Yeah,
wow.
I heard it was wild.
It's like they act like they're like college like level sororities and frats like way early on, way fucking early on.
What age?
8th to like 9th.
Real? They were doing that kind of stuff?
Yeah, like they're already drinking and partying and like yeah.
That is true. My
Well,
mom.
they're not like the good kids, you know.
she was
but
partying.
Yeah, my mom
Young
was
age.
like partying at like 14, 15.
Yeah.
She said that they got kicked out of a club. Yeah.
That's another thing too. Girls like lose it really early because they'll already start drinking and clubbing, and like they don't really regulate that out there.
Wow.
So like,
And do ID checks out there like that?
not really.
What would you say if you?
That's
had
why
to
I'm
go-
just like, it is like drastically different from my upbringing and like my generation and having ties like back there.
Let's
Like,
say that Japan hires you to do like an assembly where you're gonna talk to all the teens of Japan.
you need to fight.
Yeah. And they're like, Joe, tell them something. I'll get them.
And
Kissing
they're like, why are you
sooner."
doing that accent?
I thought they were doing like credit, like paying people out to get knocked up in Japan.
Yeah, they were trying so many different things. Yeah, there's like every baby, they'll give you money for it. There's like
Yeah.
all this different stuff.
What's your advice to the teens? Just the teens
The teens?
on how to kiss sooner.
Have you ever done it? It feels great. That's all you need. Like,
You think that'll resonate with them?
I don't know why they're not doing it, because that's just something I don't even understand. Because it's like,
but I don't think they know how.
Yeah.
Like, how do I talk to a girl?
You think they're stifled?
Yeah, I
That
think they're
might be
like.
it, dude. That might be it.
Cause you know, like some kids, like nowadays, they can't even like shake your hand, look you in the eye. They're just like these
Yeah,
new
no.
kids. They're just like,
Yeah, these kids are kind of retarded. Am I allowed to say that? Am I allowed to say that? Oh,
You're
okay,
encouraged to say that.
Yeah.
actually.
it's like this, and they don't even have normal like you like. Oh, dude, that was tight, and then they're like,
Yeah.
they're like, dude.
Is it different in New York? Are kids in New York cooler?
Yeah, I think so. I think even still, like, it's like your whole life is outside. There's not enough room for you to be inside, so you gotta go
There you
outside.
go.
Yeah, especially like the kids in the boroughs. I feel like more so. I don't have too many interactions with kids, but you see them like the way.
You hang out with kids a lot?
Good disclaimer to have.
No, yeah, I don't hang out with them too often, but you do see them like after school and stuff, and they're still really rowdy in New York. Like you're on the trains and passing.
Yeah.
They're loud groups, and that's fun. It's like okay, they're still being kids, and that's cool to see.
That is cool.
isn't this like a worldwide thing though? Because like even in the States, didn't they come out with something about like guys are not losing their virginity? Like this is the first time in history where the virginity guys are not losing it. Or, like-
He's been dropping like decade after decade.
So like I don't know if it's I think it's like extreme in Japan and Korea with the whole non-dating, having kids and all that. But I do think there is something that's going on worldwide where guys and girls aren't dating.
Then maybe it is technology.
It could be.
I think it is because I think people aren't living real life anymore; they're living in their digital life more.
Yeah.
So they're probably getting kisses online.
They just need to export more like New York kids out into the world.
Because they're way cooler, you know?
Yeah, because it seems like lifestyle in New York, it does force you to be more like, I guess, like integrated sociologically. Like you're gonna see a lot of people all the time.
Yeah.
But Tokyo's like that.
Things like that.
Like you're
Yeah, that's
around
true.
people
And it's all
constantly.
crazy.
But the culture is like this.
Yeah.
Stay to yourself.
Yeah.
Nobody talk to me.
Be like, talk to people and shit. You know?
Don't talk to me at all.
Maybe that's why it's more extreme in Japan.
I think it's because, well, at least from the guy. Okay, so what I remember is a lot of guys that didn't have any experience with women. It's because after school they have an after school program. So like every day that was their life.
What happens in after school?
So like it's test prepping and like all these other things.
like
so they don't have a social life.
Yeah.
So it's like two crazy ends of the spectrum. You have guys that are just absolutely like, I gave up on life, so I'm just gonna go around and whore around. And then you have the other end, which I think is like
Turbo
a lot
nerd.
of guys. Yeah, turbo nerds. They don't have any friends. They just school after school. So then it's like, what do they do for fun? And how do they even begin to like learn how to talk to anybody?
I wonder how kids do with like sports teams and stuff. I wonder if like that kind of changes the dynamic. Because like when we have kids at the gym, when we get new kids come in, you can tell they start off very like timid and shy because it is kind of scary. But once they can start hanging around with a bunch of kids, you can't tell them to shut the fuck up. Like they're constantly talking and
Open up
interacting.
more.
Yeah, but if that's removed from like their day-to-day activity, then it's gonna be really hard for them to build those social skills, right?
Yeah, like you said, if your after school program is something where you also have to be quiet, that's also weird.
Just test taking all day.
Yeah.
Because you go from quiet to quiet. Like
Yeah.
when do you release? Like when do you?
There is a new phenomenon too that's going out there where dudes would just lock themselves in the room and not come out.
Yeah. And they die playing a game.
Yeah, they just
My
stay.
parents let me do that when I was 15. I would have done that all the time. Like, I wouldn't leave the house, bro.
Yeah.
Especially if I had the internet and LimeWire, that's all I needed, you know?
We need the counterculture to these people. Like, what's the culture, the most like Rico Suave forward group that we could just dump in?
Brazilians.
Hey, there's a lot of Japanese Brazilians.
That's why I think they should go and then kind
you
of
go.
like, hey, let's party.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Trump.
What's your impression of a Portuguese man again?
Hey, let's party. You know?
Imagine that's the guy doing assembly for the Japanese people. Like,
I feel like-
come on.
I feel like Japanese Brazilians, they get their first kiss at 3 years old. They're like the polar opposite, right?
They're already like
They're
dancing.
always partying. You know, they have 10 girlfriends. Like,
Yeah.
I think we solved it.
right? We need more Japanese Brazilians to.
Integrate the counterculture.
I think there's like a million of them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like hella. Like they need to go and be like, hey, open up, you know?
Dude, that combo is also
Stop
very
stalling.
nice.
Yeah.
Brazilian Japanese.
Can't beat
Yeah.
I like it.
I mean, look,
That would be cool.
one of the best martial arts developed with the two combinations. Because you had the strict Japanese, these are the rules. And then you got the like Brazilian, no, but we're gonna like just try at the beach.
Loosen up. Yeah.
Yeah, let me try different moves.
That's dancing. That's
Yeah, and then you bring the two together, you have a superior martial art. That's what needs to happen.
Bart, a final word. How do you get these kids to start kissing?
So you gotta practice first. Find a sister.
All right.
You will feel more confident when you have that first kiss.